What's up, Brite Nation?
What's up, Brite Nation?
So, we told you guys in a recent video that we had a surprise for you, and we do. And it's the perfect opportunity to really show you guys and explain just how close and awesome the off-roading community is.
Yeah, so Joe over at Off-Road Customs in Los Angeles, he's a pretty big Jeep shop and a friend of ours. Well, he knows that we damaged the stepchild last year and just a few weeks ago on the Backdoor twice.
And we haven't fixed it yet, so he actually referred us to Ameripros, which is in the Hollywood area. And these guys are also huge Jeep enthusiasts. They're really big into the off-roading community. And we've personally seen some of the work that they've done to fix damage on Jeeps.
That have rolled.
That have literally got much worse damage than what we have. So we figured since it's been a while since we've given the stepchild a little TLC, we might as well fix some of the body damage today. Now, in case you guys didn't remember, this is what the poor stepchild looks like after the first and the second successful attempt, at least, climbing the Backdoor in Johnson Valley. So we've got quite a bit of stuff that
was from the rock that rolled in there.
That needs some attention.
We are going to be fixing this today, finally, this along with the door. We aren't going to be putting back the body-mounted sliders. It's going to stay like this until Dan from Next Venture Motorsports actually gets us some frame-mounted sliders. So they're going to be welded on down here, coming out and protecting this whole area, so this will not happen again.
You'll have to wait to see what those look like, though.
Yeah, we don't have those yet. They're in
the works.
Yeah. Okay, guys. So first things first is to actually weld right here onto this panel and pull all this damage out. Now, our goal is to not have to buy any parts. We want to try to fix everything that's here, and I think these guys can actually get it done. The only possible issue is this is pinched so badly right here, and this is super thin metal, that when we go to pull this panel out, it may tear, but it's metal. We can actually, if it does tear, we can actually weld it, work it, and do what you can do with metal. But right now, really our goal is to save what's here. Otherwise, we'd have to be cutting all this apart, cutting the rocker, cutting the quarter off, and having to replace it, and these panels aren't exactly cheap. And we may even actually have to cut these panels off to pull them off and work the metal and get it as close to factory as possible, weld it back on, and then still finish it out. So there's a few different ways this could go right now. We don't know how it's gonna go until we actually start pulling. So right now, first things first, they're gonna grind all of this down, weld some plates to it, and actually pull it back out to where it was before the damage. As close to possible. Right. Good enough for me.
All right, you guys, so at this point, what they're gonna do is they're actually going to back the Jeep off the lift, flip it around, back it back on backwards. That way they can get a better angle to pull this really stubborn bit out here. Now, while they do that, though, we wanted to go ahead and let you know that Sean actually approached us. He's the owner here at Ameripros, and he told us that if you guys want to bring your vehicle into the body shop, and it doesn't matter if it's a Jeep or any of your other vehicles, he's going to give you a hookup if you mention Lite Brite. Now, if you decide you want to go through your insurance, what he'll actually do for you is, let's say your insurance company goes, we're only going to replace that part with used or aftermarket. He'll actually use OE and he'll eat the cost for you. And of course, if you bring in your off-roading rig, again, these guys are huge in the off-roading community. They understand the type of damage and abuse that your rig can take, and they'll make sure that you get well taken care of. It's one of the main reasons we brought our Jeep here, is because, again, through the grapevine in the off-roading community, we heard about the great work that they do, and we love supporting our off-roading friends. And also, if you're wondering about this, don't worry, I just have carpal tunnel because apparently 30 years old and editing
Every day?
I'm getting old.
And your eyes. What about your eyes?
And my eyeballs. I can see 2015 actually.
Oh man,
not just 2020.
And you're still married to me?
And
And she's still married to me even after getting 2015. So.
Now to sweeten the deal, Sean also said that if you do bring your vehicle here and you mention Lite to get some body repair done, if you're going through your insurance, he'll actually waive a deductible up to $1,000.
Wait, up to $1,000?
Kevin didn't hear that. I knew that.
I thought it was up to $500.
No, if you're going through the insurance, he'll waive a deductible up to $1,000. All you have to do is mention Lite. Mention that you saw their shop, heard about their shop, heard about the awesome work they did, or, as you'll see in this video, personally see how good of work they do right here on our YouTube channel.
So a couple things going on here. We did cut a window into the outer skin because we wanted to take a look at the inner structure, because this is all boxed in and you can see there's actually crumple zones in here, and this is the inner structure. Now there's no damage to this inner structure, which is good. If there's damage there, we might actually had to have cut this entire section out and put in a whole new piece. Now this isn't a normal repair. Normally, you're not going to cut this open to use it as access. Well, this is the second thing, is we also cut this open to have access to remold this whole area here. Now, if you brought your car in for insurance or wanted to pay out of pocket, whatever, this isn't your typical repair. You don't cut windows to fix and then close it up and weld it.
Just so you guys know, is what we specifically asked for.
We asked them, I said, I don't want to cut and replace all this because I don't want to spend the money on like $2,000-$3,000 on parts. I said, hey, let's cut it open, get it the best you can, close it up, and I'm excited to show you guys what it looks like when it's done. I know it doesn't look perfect now, but look at this. Look at this line here. This line is actually starting to form back really nicely.
Now, the reason that we chose to do this again is because this is the stepchild that we're talking about. This is going straight back on the trail to get the beat out of it.
But again, I just wanted to nip that in the bud, right? Is that what it is? Nip that in the bud before anybody's like, wait, that's not how you should do that. No, like you can do it however you want. But yes, you are right. If you were going to be coming in, they would actually replace all these pieces if that's what you want. But anyway, this is going to look fantastic when they're done. You'll see.
Okay, so at this point, the next step in the line of steps is actually the body filler. A lot of people call it Bondo without realizing that Bondo is actually a specific brand, but there are a ton more steps to go still before we get to the final product. Unfortunately for Kevin and I, we have an Ultra 4 car we still have to build.
Yeah, we have an Ultra 4 race
so
coming up.
Although we have to wait several days to see the final result, you guys don't, because we're gonna speed up the process a little bit, but there are still a lot of steps left.
Yeah, so he's actually putting the body filler on it now. We're gonna let it dry, sand it, prime it, block it, paint it, clear it, do all. I mean, it's just the few steps. I mean, it's gonna take him a few days to kind of get the rest of it done, but you don't have to wait those few days. It's gonna go right after this.
If you've never seen body work done before, which is almost kind of like me, I've never seen body work this extensive before.
It's like it's like a woman put on makeup. You don't have makeup on. You're pretty without makeup.
It is It is a process. There are a lot of steps involved, and although at first it looks super raw and super cringy, the final result is amazing. And if you don't believe me, just see so for yourself.
I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try. And I'm gonna chase it, and I'm gonna chase it. I know we can't ignore it, no matter how hard we try.
Dude, considering the fact that we did not let them repair this,
Replace the parts.
the proper way, the way that you generally would replace or repair damage that looks as bad as ours did.
It needed a door. It needed
dude.
It needed everything.
You can't tell. Like, that's so freaking impressive that they were able to do that. But now that we've got fresh, new, straight body lines, that means that it's time to finally do what everyone's been begging us to do ever since we got the Next Venture Motorsports body armor.
To wrap it.
To vinyl wrap it. So we are actually here now already at Proline Wraps to get not just the rest of the decals added back onto that we had to take off when we did the body repair, but also to finish off the look finally once and for all. Now, for those of you who are actually new to the channel and haven't heard us talk about Proline Wraps before, they are the ones that actually make, design, and created the body kit, the vinyl body kit that we run on the Stepchild, which covers all of the important bits of your paint to protect it from off-roading, all the vinyl scratches, the pinstriping and stuff like that from big bushes, thorns, etc. So it actually covers your hood, your fenders, your doors, and your quarters, and it protects all of your paint. And it's something that we thought was super rad because the install is insanely easy. And when something like our damage happens and you end up losing or damaging just one piece of your vehicle, replacing that portion of the vinyl wrap is super insanely easy. You don't have to get the whole thing rewrapped or deal with that. It literally comes in panels. And part of what makes the install so easy is, as you can see here, where the cutouts are for the hinges, there's actually nothing you have to take off of the vehicle to install the vinyl wrap. You don't have to remove mirrors, you don't have to remove hinges, you don't have to remove fenders, you don't have to remove anything because it literally lays right over the vehicle perfectly.
Bless you. Bless you.
Oh, thank you.
Bless you.
Thank you.
And for UTVs, they also helped us for King of the Hammers by fixing Kevin's little whoopsies.
Our trail doors are our trail panels now. We needed trail panels. Now, if you remember, we went over to Laser Nut and they made us new door panels because Cody, he was the original owner of our car, and that worked out really great. We brought it over here to Proline and they were able to replicate it, but not only replicate it, we got to add our additional Nitto and some Yukon gear and axle. We got to add some extra sponsors on here, and guys, the sponsors on this are huge. I can't tell you enough. Like, without our sponsors, JE Reel came through huge.
Last minute
replacing that.
Mistake.
Dirty Life now with the wheels for the JL and the Ultra 4 car and the side-by-side. JK Land, if you guys don't know JK Land, I think you do. We've done some videos at their shop. They're doing Hemi swaps now at JK Land and full axle swaps and everything, so check them out. We've actually got to order quite a few parts from their website now. Axial, of course. You'll get to see that.
We have a surprise for you as far as that goes.
Yeah. And
And
Multicopter Warehouse, that's where our drone footage comes from. They actually repair drones, they repair all kinds of stuff like that. And then also they sell all kinds of drones. And guys, these companies have all helped pitch in to make this Ultra 4 race what it's going to be and what it is, this entire 6-month journey.
Honestly, without partners and the help from partners, all of this, King of the Hammers, this dream of ours would not have been possible. So yes, if it does seem like we're trying to promote these companies more than usual, there's a reason why. It's because without them, none of this would have been possible for us. looks so good. So we opted to go ahead and have the bolts cut out as well, so you can tell that there's actually body armor there, but it looks so dope. And it doesn't look destroyed anymore from Kevin sending it up the back door. Guys, we gotta give a huge shout out not just to Proline Wraps, but Mary Pro's body shop as well for making the stepchild look spick and span again. Look, she looks like a mall crawler.
Looks
She looks
brand new.
beautiful. Yeah. Now, before we leave though, and before we close out this video, there's one last thing we wanted to show you that we had Prolines help us with. Number plates for the Ultra 4 car, because remember the last time that I tried to make them by myself and how much crap all of you guys gave me because apparently my 9s look like G's. Hold that up one more time. G's.
G-Unit.
Anyways, guys, as always, thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Remember, you can find all your Lite Brite Nation merch at litebritstudios.com, all your Lite Brite Nation decals at pixeldecals.com. We love you so much, and we will see you next time.
Later, guys.